Hello, St. Mark's. I come to you from our beautiful historic sanctuary, the place that is so much the center of our life together, to talk to you a little bit about Love Without Limits, our upcoming capital campaign that is beginning this fall. Many of you know that in 2019, on September 20th of 2019, our church experienced a catastrophic 2-alarm fire that completely destroyed most of our building over here, where our classrooms, our offices, our fellowship hall are, and took this sanctuary out of commission for about 3 months while it was completely cleared of smoke damage. And then the sanctuary was walled off from the rest of the building, and we spent 3 years in renovation and rebuilding, and now we are back. Ministry is happening. Even as I record this, our lawn is full of our neighbors who are gathered on a beautiful day to be together and to give God thanks for the beauty of the world that we live in. Now, because of all that we went through from 2019 until now, we had to finance a portion of the project that our insurance payout, which did meet its limits, could not cover. This is for a couple of reasons. One is that we rebuilt this building during one of the largest supply chain crises of my lifetime, at least, and of many people's lifetimes. And so the price of materials from when we made the plans to when we actually got to build surged enormously. We also, because of the nature of the rebuild, had to bring this 1939 building up to 2023 building code. And so that took significantly more money than a simple rebuild from the fire. Our building had been grandfathered into most building codes. Now, the wonderful thing about this is now we have this beautiful, safe building for folks to gather in for all kinds of things, from recovery communities to scouts, to Bible study, to youth group, to children's ministry, to community ministries, to all kinds of things. This building gives us an incredible tool for ministry. But it is time for us to seek to reduce or eliminate the debt that we owe on it. Many of you would know that last year, we did a small campaign just in the month of December to pay off a line of credit that we held with the Texas Methodist Foundation. That had a higher interest rate on it. We wanted it off our books so we weren't spending money on that. And you all rose to that challenge and raised $200,000 in about 6 weeks. So I have a lot of confidence in what we can do together in this Love Without Limits 3-year campaign. This campaign will officially launch in November. We will have our Commitment Sunday, where we ask you to bring a commitment card, and we have a big celebration on December 8th of this year. And then the campaign will pay out over 3 years. So what you'll be asked to do this year, in addition to our usual ask that you think and pray about how you can support St. Mark's for our ministry together next year, we'll still do that, our regular stewardship campaign. But we will also ask you to think about it if there is an amount over that you could pledge over the next 3 years to help us retire this debt. As of right now, this is a construction loan we have with the Texas Methodist Foundation. Its interest rate is about 4.5%, which means it costs us on the $1.5 million principal, it costs us about $6,000 a month, which is significant money. That kind of money would pay for a full-time staff person for a year. It would pay for, even just a month of it, would pay for children's ministry for most of the year. It would cover all of VBS and then some. It's significant money to be putting every month simply toward paying interest. And so we'd like to retire as much of that as we can, as fast as we can, because in May of next year, according to the terms of our loan, that interest rate will start floating. And so we don't know exactly what it will be then, but we know it will be higher than it is now. And so we are going to aim to pay as much as we can off as fast as we can, and then hopefully finish the rest out over the course of the next 3 years. Friends, I hope you'll consider being a part of this campaign in whatever amount or way makes sense for you, for your household. We already have folks thinking about their commitments and letting us know what they think they can do. And so in the coming weeks, you're going to be invited to spend time thinking and reflecting about what St. Mark's and its ministry means to you, and how you can be a part of this campaign. I started off this video talking about the fire, which is a huge part of our life together that has impacted everything we do for the last 5 years. but now this building is gorgeous. There is no sign that anything ever happened. And while we want to remember that fire and the things that it gave us, in addition to the things that it took for us, for the ways that it helped us to focus and remember what was important to us, what we want to do now is begin to look toward the future. And getting rid of this debt and no longer carrying this debt load will free us to do the things God has for us in the future. Folks at St. Mark's are dreaming about all kinds of new ministries that I'm excited about. I know others are excited about them. New ways to engage with our community, new ways to grow in our faith together. And so the more we can free ourselves, the more we are ready for God to call us to do. So I hope you'll begin now praying about how you can do this. If you have watched this whole video and you kind of know what's going on, I hope you'll be an ambassador for this campaign and encourage your friends here at St. Mark's to be a part of it and to return their pledge card on December 8th. I also hope that is a day you will put on your calendar right now, because in addition to turning in our pledge cards, we're gonna have a huge party. We'll have a jazz brunch after worship that day. We'll have one worship service and then a jazz brunch in a big tent on the lawn at 11. And so we're so excited about that and to celebrate our ministry and life together. And I hope you will be a part of making sure there is truly no limit on the ways that we can love our neighbors and love God together. Thank you.